All right, and we're back from the break. We're here with the three guys, Rant, Arvin, Mike, and Phil, on the Cerritos campus here in LA. We were talking off the air, and I tell them, and I know, Mike's got a daughter in college. Arvin doesn't know how to spell college.
I date college students.
But I'm just telling you guys that, again, I voted for the measures, okay? I voted for the measures because I don't have kids. I don't use the system.
Right.
$1.75 on my property taxes. See, this is why I complain, though, man, because I think these kind of bills are weak. I think you shouldn't do this to people. You nickel and dime them. If you're going to do something right, then they should have gone after a $50 a year increase or a $100 a year increase, because then at least, and again, in the hopes, which we know it wouldn't have happened, but in the hopes that they build some kind of surplus program.
Yeah, but these kind of measures, it's the same at the federal level. It's what they're called return on investment initiatives. Basically, it's something tangible that you can see. If you help the population get educated, hopefully they'll become contributing members of society down the road.
And really, because wait. Aren't these the same groups of losers who were in the, what movement was it this year, Arvin, that I wanted to run them over?
No, it's not. You're talking about the Occupy. It's not.
Those weren't all college educated?
If we want to compete in the global economy, we got to educate our people. All the other countries are doing it. China, Russia, everybody else is doing it. Europe, they're educating their constituents so that they can compete in the global economy.
But you know what the problem is?
Nations are kicking our ass.
You know why that is?
And all sorts of things. Why? Because they take care of their people.
It's a lot more simpler than that.
Okay, what is it?
Because they don't have Jersey Shore to pollute their airwaves.
That might as well be it. But the thing is, they invest in their people.
If we were to blow up MTV and VH1 and all that other horse crap that's on air, I guarantee you America's IQ would go up.
Where do you draw the line, though? Where do you draw the line? Because, with you, it's always the people, the people, the people, the people. Where do you draw the line, though? At what point do the people stand up for themselves? When do the people make a difference? That's never going to
happen.
Not according to Mike's world.
America's on a crutch, and it's never going to go away. We allowed it, and it's just never going to happen.
That's my
that's
concern.
Something that's generational. That's not something that either one of these measures, whether they pass or not, is going to make a big difference.
Yes, but I'm asking you. Okay,
this is the way
we're talking about one of these measures, and like I said, I was at a dinner the other night, and we have a really good friend. You guys know which one I'm talking about.
Right.
We'll leave him alone. But he damn near had a heart attack. He said it wasn't the $1.75 that bothered him increase on his taxes. He said that any increase is nothing more, and he used Arvin's word, a crutch and a joke, because he feels all they'll do is they'll squander it, they'll give it to the wrong contractor, there'll be all kinds of issues, they'll waste the money. There's no government program when we give it to them.
Okay, but then what if education in California, if Ronald Reagan hadn't effed it up and it was still free, would you be opposed to free education then?
You know what? No. But there's a difference. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but we both know there's no way in today's world anything would be for free. And what I'm saying, though, is that the challenge I have and that I look at is when you start, doing the math. We talk about, and again, I know that when I was going to college, 25 years ago, everybody cried because it went from $8 a unit to $12 a unit. So 25 years later, the fear.
Wait a minute, that's what I was paying when I was going to school, about $11 a unit.
I know, because that's what I'm saying. It stayed that way for a long time.
But when you're only taking one class a year, it's $11 a year. Is that okay?
But even if you're taking,
you know what? When I don't, it's okay that I was taking a nude artist class. Okay, don't you worry about what I came to school for.
Okay, but where I'm going with it is I come back to the same thing. Right now, what I'm hearing is, if you graduate to be a doctor,
right?
Okay, not even an Ivy League school. I'm not even talking a big school. You're going to be in debt for what? About 125 grand
at least.
Okay, but if you did 4 years of community college here,
right,
to get ready for something, and you finance the whole thing on the ultra high end, you're going to be on the hook for 20 grand.
Yeah, but you're not going to go to community college to become a doctor.
No, I understand.
You know what?
That.
It's.
But what I'm saying is, hold on. Where I'm going with this is, you're saying we need to educate our people. So what about all the people that go into debt for themselves, who mommy and daddy don't pay for it?
Right.
They go on the line for themselves.
Okay, but here's the thing that you're not getting. Why do they go into debt?
For stupidity.
Because
no, let me tell you.
Because the financial system is rigged, so you have to go into debt. Period.
Be that as it may, but it's the system we have.
Okay, you're saying it's okay for them to go into debt and make freaking billionaires even more money, the bankers and all that. That's okay. But if we're gonna pay $1.75 more a year on your property taxes, to help the people go to school. Oh, that's messed up.
Well, it's funny though, because I love your argument for somebody who doesn't pay a dime for school. Because
Hey, you don't pay a dime for taxes.
But that's fine. I don't pay a dime for school. Why? I earned that. So what? Because Cal Vet shouldn't let me send my kids to school.
What I'm saying
for free
is,
because of what I did.
You're okay fighting for it, but you don't have to pay for it. So it's not like it even affects you.
Right. I don't have to pay for it because I earned it. So I paid for it. I put my ass on the line.
Okay. So you're telling me that somebody can't work a job and pay $40 a week?
I'm not saying that they shouldn't. All I'm saying is that why is it that if there's a way to make things work, why not give it a shot?
There's not a way.
These measures, did you know that there's a cap on them? One is for 7 years, one is for like 14 years. It's not indefinitely. All they're saying is we just need to get out of this hole, help us, and then that's it.
Really? Because that's worked so well in the past, right? Every time we do something like that.
So you're saying because you served, you didn't have to pay a single dime for education?
My kids.
But you know what? I can agree with that. I would get behind that.
No.
If you're willing to sacrifice,
that's the way it is. My kids don't have to pay for school.
But you know what? I got a family member that was helping politicians get into, and it's funny because today's election day. She was, I don't even know what she was making, X amount of money. Somebody, because they went and got their master's in the exact same thing, I think was making like an extra 60 grand a year. So then she decided to go back to school. The last I heard, she's close to about $250,000 in debt to make an extra 50 grand a year, which makes no sense. And now I heard she's going to go back to get her PhD in something else to make an extra 10 grand. I'm like, really? When do you stop?
Okay, now, but it's a choice.
It's a retarded choice.
Be that as it may.
Yeah, according to you. I mean, if that's their goal and their aspiration.
But hold on. It's
so you're going to go $500,000 just to make an extra 10 grand a year?
I wouldn't.
Where is the logic in that?
Okay, but to your point, forget logic for a second, okay? What we're talking about is I'm saying, that at some point we keep talking about the taxes, okay? No, he can chime in if he wants. He's a student here. Ask him what he thinks.
So what are your thoughts on Prop 30?
My thoughts on Prop 30 is that it is going to help out the people in the state that really want to further their education. And what I really like about it is that it includes the community colleges as well as K through 12.
By the way, kudos to you on the I voted sticker, man. Good job. You don't got to tell us who you voted for, but I'm glad you did.
But what do you think? What would you say to somebody that says, on average, if
he's talking about me. I'm the lunatic.
No, but this would be more for Measure G, not so much 30.
Okay.
What if somebody tells you, well, on average, if everything goes up, you're going to be paying, let's say, around $2,000 a year for school, which if we break it down is $40 a week.
$40 a week.
Why is that so hard to come up with? Why do you have to tax me?
And let me add the second part of that I heard this week. When, again, I'm sorry, your name was?
Michael Alvarado.
Okay, Michael's not, I'm not bashing Michael.
Yeah,
most of the kids that we've talked to and most of the people I was talking to this week are having a heart attack about some of these issues, is that almost every one of the kids who've been polled, they go to Starbucks. They wear the expensive shoes. They have an iPad, iPod, and an iPhone.
So
of course, you got to be cool.
So you're saying they spend more than $40 a day?
They spend more than $2,000 a year on the frivolous stuff, but yet they're asking for the taxpayers to pick up an additional hit, which I realize is only $1.75 on average per person on the G1. But what I'm saying is, for some people who are so anti-tax, what do you say to them?
Well, my opinion to them is that, everyone should have their own equal say and has their own, I guess, agenda to follow. But in my opinion, I think that it's not that big of a deal to really start taxing at least just a little bit more to further other people's educations, because in the end, this is gonna be a positive influence for the entire society that is being affected here.
Okay. That's a good message. Well, I appreciate your time.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Feel free to stop by. We'll be here for at least an hour.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, so you see two different opinions. Everybody right as always and feel messed up.
No, man, I don't. Again, just because I'm telling you,
have a young lady now.
I have to be nice on this one. Hi,
It's
how are
about
you?
time we get a young lady.
I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
Good. So you voted this morning?
I did. I went out and voted first thing.
Outstanding. I did it by mail, so I don't have my sticker with me today, but
I win.
you went. That's right.
There
you
you
did.
go.
I got a sticker. I got a whole bunch of stickers here. Does that not count?
I don't know if those count.
The handicap one on your card doesn't
yes
count
on
either.
G and yes on 30.
Yes, absolutely. Yes on G. Yes on 30.
Now, are you a student here or faculty?
A student.
Student,
I'm a
okay.
student. Yeah.
And why do you believe so strongly in them?
Well, really because we need them. We really desperately need them. 30 is going to keep Cerritos College alone from getting a $7 million cut next year. Like, that's huge. I mean, if 30 doesn't pass, we're not going to have summer school anymore, and that's so important. I mean, I want summer school. I need summer school. And just there's so many other changes that are going to be coming around that we really don't want to see happen, you know. So we need 30 to pass. And then yes on G is going to help renovate the school. It's going to finish up the construction of 50-year-old buildings that are like falling apart. We've got tiles falling off the roofs and like, you know, like walls crumbling and stuff. It's pretty bad. So
Wow.
yeah, they're in pretty bad
I was
condition.
going to say, it sounds like your house, Phil.
It really does. Yeah, I know.
So maybe we should pass a measure
We
around
need a
here.
measure over there to fix my house.
need a
I
Measure
agree.
P for Phil.
There you go.
So then G is strictly for maintenance of the facilities. 30 is going to help in revenue for the actual program, student program. For
30 is a statewide
Right.
proposition. So that's going to help K through 12 and the colleges, the Cal States and the
UCs.
not the UCs, but the Cal States and the community colleges.
Okay.
And that's so important because if this doesn't pass, we're going to have some huge trigger cuts as well. So not only are we not going to get this money, but we're also going to have extra cut from our budgets. So we needed to pass big time.
Okay, well, fair enough. I'm sorry, your name was?
Raquel.
Raquel, thank you so much for stopping by. Good
Thank
luck on your
you.
measures today.
All right, thank you.
We're glad you voted. Good job.
Thank you.
We're going to go by and get some popcorn later.
Go by and get some what?
Popcorn.
Oh,
We have popcorn and cupcakes.
I like it.
Thank you.
awesome.
Okay, so what I'm saying, go ahead, Arden.
Do we make people nervous, or is it just that hot out here? Because everybody seems to be sweating as they
It's
start
hot out
standing in
there.
front of us.
We're in the shade.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, man?
I was just DJing right now. I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
Kevin,
Arvin.
pump your station.
Kevin, you're with are you with the college?
It says
radio station?
WPMD. What is that? White people making demands?
No, sir. We're actually a mix of different races.
I like it. I like it.
But that's the radio station here on campus.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and what do you do for the station?
I'm the president of the radio club,
Oh,
and I
nice.
also DJ for any event out here that the ASCC needs.
Okay, and your station, what's the reach?
I believe it's all over the world. We're online.
Okay, so you're doing
Just like us, all over the
yeah,
world.
We do. We're nationwide and all over the world, including China, right?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your programming like
What do you mean?
on
What do you guys
air?
play?
What do you guys?
Is it just music?
just music? Yes.
It's everything in general.
Do you have a talk?
There's some talk shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you guys 24/7? Is the station running?
Yeah, it's always running.
Are you applying for a job here?
No, I'm just wanting to know because I mean a lot of people don't
thing
realize
is-
that most colleges, whether they're community college or not, have a radio station on campus.
Yeah, the only thing is that now that it's getting pretty strict on the rules, so that Mr. Bright, the instructor,
Right.
he has to be there if you're going to do a show in there,
Okay.
or you can give him a pre-recorded show that you already did at home or something like that.
So they don't want you
So-
cussing on air and
Exactly.
So how do lunatics like us get on here?
Like I said, a pre-recorded mix because you have to go to the school, you have to
Okay.
be enrolled,
Okay.
and you have to be in the club as well.
Okay. Now, what have we been hearing? You've been here most of the day, I assume. Students, how they feel about today, the election day, voting, all these measures?
Actually, I wasn't really talked to about any of that because I was the part of the DJ booth. So
Alright.
if anybody had any questions, it was more DJ related. I noticed that a lot of people have come out, and it's actually a pretty big movement that all these kids are actually trying to promote money for our school, which I think is pretty awesome that everybody's putting their hands in to help out.
And then, how long have you been working at the station?
I've been here for about 3 months, however long the semester's been
So
going.
what do you think when you get out? You want to go on into broadcasting? Or?
Yeah, I want to actually be a DJ, a nighttime performer, maybe some clubs or something like that.
Arvin's a nighttime performer, but I don't think we can say on air.
Whoa.
You know.
You keep my social life out of this.
So and look at him, man. He's only 16. I don't think you want to go on that route, man.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Is
That'll
push his
age
age.
you quickly.
I've been used and abused. I look like I'm 40, but I'm only 15 and a half.
Hey, listen, well, thanks for stopping by, man.
I appreciate
We're going
it.
on break.
You guys have a nice day.
Good luck to you, man. You listen to the
We're
Three
here.
Guys Rant. We'll be right back after the break.